He must have been playing a robot. He's got the robotic gestures and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, JD, why can't I do anything?
Go gather that loot. Gather that loot.
So, okay, what were your impressions of it?
3, 2, 1. This is OGGR. It's all over now.
Gamers and Geeks, welcome to episode 15.
Yeah, episode 15 of OGGR, Old Guys Geekly Review.
Yeah, we have at least 8 good episodes out of 15. We actually have quite a few. I've enjoyed them all. I've listened to them several times, which is weird. Maybe I just like listening. I like listening to you, Nick.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you're about the only person. I know my kids don't, that's for sure.
Well, that's their loss.
Yeah.
Their loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm here with my good buddy Nick, who helped me out a bunch this week when we were doing some landscaping, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I'm here with JD, and I helped him with this landscaping.
That's all we did all week long.
Oh no, it's been a week. So that monitor's coming today. I ordered the Odyssey Arc. And if you're not familiar, the 55-inch Samsung monitor that's supposed to be next level. But I've been trying to build a desk.
Yeah, I helped Nick get wood earlier.
Yeah, pick up wood. Pick up wood. Oh god.
That's episode 15 right there. It's a wrap.
Yep.
There we go.
All right. No, we found some really gorgeous walnut wood.
Yeah, so, it was pretty.
Yeah, so I'm flattening it out. I've never used a table saw to get flat edges before, but it worked out beautifully the way I did it. Always measure twice, cut once, in everything you do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Because it's just too much to waste.
Yeah.
Too much to waste.
Yeah, especially like super expensive wood like that.
Yeah, that was pretty pricey, but very pretty. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be covering October 12th through the 21st. You want to start off with movies?
Yeah, let's do it.
Movies.
So I've only watched one movie because I spent most of the time like drawing out the desk plans and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
So the movie I watched, and I don't even know if you could classify it as a movie, is Werewolf by Night.
Yes, yeah. I think it's fair to call that a movie because it was a single shot. Yeah. Let's call it a movie.
Okay,
let's call it a movie.
So I felt like it was a little slow. I never read anything about it leading up to it because I wanted to be surprised. Mm-hmm. I was like right before the wife and I started watching it. I said I was hoping for Elsa Bloodstone.
Yeah,
and I got her, and I wasn't disappointed in that. But I was also kind of hoping that Blade would make an appearance.
Oh, it would have been nice to have a little teaser. Yeah, which we've got more news coming up for that.
Oh my god!
But I thought Werewolf by Night was I really hope Marvel does more of this stuff because I think the one thing that it did was it really showed that the Marvel Universe can be a lot of different genres.
Yes.
And a lot of different things. And I think that's very healthy for Marvel to do right now because we've got a lot of people who have been complaining because stuff isn't quite for them.
Oh yeah, I've got in the news. I'm going to touch on that a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think the more that Marvel expands, the more people will realize not everything is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to pick your stuff for Marvel from here on out. It's not going to be like the first 10 years where the movies were more or less the same kind of feel and genre. We're going to have all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
So
see, well, for example, I don't like the movie Barbarian, but a lot of other people do. Yeah. You just got to follow your own taste.
Yeah. So I think the one thing that I think Werewolf by Night did is it really illustrated the breadth of the Marvel universe and that you're not going to like everything Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd agree with that.
And I like that. I like that fact that it's big enough to where you can have things that you like and dislike. Mm-hmm. So yay. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a little slow in some parts for me, but overall I think I liked it. It's not one of my favorite things that they've come out with, though.
Yeah, Sarah liked it, but she's more of the campy horror fan. She likes all the black and white, Dracula, vampire, all that kind of stuff, where I don't. And it was an homage to all that, and I thought it was pretty cool. So.
Yeah. All right, did you watch any other movies?
No, that was the only movie I watched.
Well, let's move on to news.
Well, yeah, Moo. Do you want to do news or the box office?
Oh, yeah, go for the box office.
Box office this week, we got Smile as #1 again.
Mm-hmm.
Nice horror movie for October. But we also had a big bomb. Amsterdam came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only made like 6 million, and it reminds me of the Kenneth Branagh, like Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
Lots of huge names. I mean, just tons and tons of stars, but they're not doing well in the theaters. This one, the same thing.
Yeah, it's just it's weird. I've been seeing a hell of a lot of advertising for it too. So can't be bad advertising.
Yeah, the movie's probably good. It's got tons of star power, but nobody's interested in those type of movies right now.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, at least not seeing them in the theaters.
Yeah,
I guess we're all waiting for home viewing or whatever.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so that's an interesting take on the box office. It looks like it's going to lose about 100 million.
Oh, yeah. I think I read that. That's it's disappointing, but
that's the current state of the box office.
Yeah.
Next week we have another Halloween movie. Literally, Halloween Ends, the final in the saga of Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet that will dethrone Smile, probably 25 million.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, they said that Jamie Lee Curtis had to watch the final version with a security guard so she wouldn't pirate the movie. Like, so she wouldn't record it and upload it. Because I think she's just done with those movies.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know the whole story behind it, so.
Interesting.
If you do, throw it up on our Facebook channel.
Yeah.
Or Facebook channel, geez.
Or even
Facebook
if you
page.
think you do, just make it up.
Yeah.
Just throw it up there. This is why.
Well,
tell
no,
us,
don't we preach...
Tell us your version of... Yeah, we do.
About misinformation
Yeah,
and crap.
But we also tell people to be wary of your sources.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
if some random person throws up a line on OGGR, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, there you go.
Unless
it's us. Actually,
yeah.
Probably with us too, because we get our sources, or we get our news just from articles around the...
Yeah, we're not talking to the horse's mouth.
Yeah. We're just giving you all the stuff we've heard throughout the week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, shall we talk about the bad movie news?
Yeah. Let's hit it.
Hit it.
Okay, Blade has been put on hold, which sucks, but I'd rather have a good movie than a Blade movie.
Yeah.
But
then a dull Blade, have a sharp Blade instead of a dull Blade movie.
Yeah, there you go. But it is also pushed back Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, Avengers Secret Wars, one untitled Marvel movie.
Pretty much all of Phase 6.
Yeah, well, and another untitled Marvel movie has just been canceled altogether.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the ranges in the delays are anywhere between 2 months and 9 months.
Yeah.
But...
Which we predicted like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, we did. And but it's kind of silver lining-ish there. It kind of lines up Daredevil, and I don't know the source on this. I saw it right before I came over here. Daredevil Born Again is going to lead into Deadpool 3 and Spider-Man. So all those are supposedly going to be kind of connected.
Interesting. I wonder if they're starting a completely third storyline, because we've got Secret Invasion and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Which Secret Wars and Kang are kind of the same in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, they're just branching out all over the place. I feel like they missed some opportunities in Werewolf by Night, linking people together, and stuff like that. I just.
Yeah, we do like the MCU connections.
Mm.
One thing leading into another.
Yeah.
If Madison had showed up in Werewolf by Night, I would have been all about that.
Yeah, see, because like that the whole comic thing as a kid was everything was kind of just meshing together. There were links everywhere. That's what I liked about him.
Yeah. And She-Hulk has been amazing that way.
Yes, it has.
I love that they've brought in so many different characters from different places and tied them into her storyline, and that's been a lot of fun, as well as introducing new stuff.
Yeah.
So very happy with She-Hulk's.
Kevin Smith says directing a Marvel movie is a fool's errand now, with fandom being so rabid. You're bound to piss somebody off.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
But just a warning. That goes along the lines of, if it might not be written for you.
Yeah, but I think what he might be saying is the fact that pretty much these days, anything that is like super popular, is going to have this base of negative response.
And those people tend to ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah,
And that sucks.
And which is why you don't, with stuff that's not as popular, you don't necessarily have that automatic negative reaction.
Yeah.
But pretty much video games, movies, TV, anything that is like high on the popularity list, you almost have like this army of haters waiting to jump on it.
Yeah.
So, and that's just the world we live in right now, which is very sad.
Yeah, it's pretty poopy.
And I think that's kind of what he's alluding to, is you're not going to make a Marvel movie that everybody's going to be happy with. You're probably going to have an army of people just completely bombing reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
That's
Well, it
sad
also
place.
saddens me that maybe we're not going to see a Kevin Smith Marvel movie. I don't now. He might not even take one on.
I know, and it would have been fun to see, but yeah, I get him. I mean, anybody who is directing Marvel these days is probably taking a second look at what they're getting themselves into.
Mm-hmm. We got Mortal Kombat Legends. Cage Match has been announced. It's an animated film, just like the Scorpion's Revenge one.
Yeah, I'll watch it if Nicolas Cage is in it.
It's not
For
going
the
to be
Cage
Nicolas
match.
Cage. Yeah.
I know, but that's when I will watch it. I'll watch it if Nick Cage is in the cage match for Mortal Kombat.
Joel McHale will return as the voice of Johnny Cage. The Crow reboot with Bill Skarsgård has reportedly wrapped filming.
Okay.
We got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has begun filming. That's Disney. You know, I've never seen any of the newer ones that have come out.
Okay. Yeah. I have seen the first two of the newer ones, and they're okay. But there's nothing that replaces the original
Trials of Aston one.
Yeah. It's just different time.
They've already filmed the first act of Avatar 4. Apparently.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Michelle
and probably smart.
Yeah. Michelle Yeoh and Pete Davidson have joined the cast of Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Okay.
And the last one I got,
I'm sure they hang out together all the time. Those two.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they hang out like all the time.
He's just so busy with them Taco Bell ads. I don't know how he does it. And he's been hanging out with like Martha Stewart, I think.
Yeah, who knows? He's all over the place. Yeah.
Last bit of news I got is Sony is bringing back the Barbarella with a new movie starring Sydney Sweeney.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Barbarella. See, I'm more excited about Red Sonja.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more excited about the Red Sonja movie than I am Barbarella, but they both have a special place.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's all the news I got. So you want to move into television?
Television.
All right. Well, we talked a little bit about She-Hulk. Anything else you want to say about She-Hulk?
Let's see. Do we want how in depth do we want to go?
Let's just say the Walk of Shame was amazing.
Yeah, it was. We did get a teaser for the next episode, the finale.
Yes.
And did you watch it?
The teaser. No, I haven't seen the teaser.
Do you want to know?
I'm just talking about like the end, but yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be pretty, or it looks like it's going to be pretty epic. Looks like we're going to get a rematch between Abomination and Hulk.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. It was just a split second. Really. Oh, I'm super excited for that. I've actually been enjoying this show more than a lot of other Marvel content. Yeah. What else did I write?
What other TV have you watched?
Rick and Morty. Okay, so we got Rick and Morty. The dinosaurs have returned to planet Earth. Apparently, they evolved.
Okay, so I saw a tagline.
Yes.
That basically said they may have just like rebooted everything.
I don't know if they rebooted everything. It is weird because Rick is having trouble with his portal gun, and he swears he's gonna fix it. And by the end of the episode, he does.
Okay.
But now all these fan theories are flying out, and some of them are actually really good. I don't know. It's all up in the air. Do I think they rebooted it? Didn't feel it. It just felt like a normal Rick and Morty episode to me.
Cool.
But yeah, the dinosaurs come back. They've evolved to go and help other species and stuff. So some of them left the planet. But oh my god, yeah, it's a ride. Like so, they became so intelligent. They evolved so intelligently. They had another race devolve into just like sentient rocks. Wait, can you see where that's going?
They're ripping off Jurassic Park a little bit there.
Oh yeah, and they even do a couple references, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, one of my favorite things along that line is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where Douglas Adams is talking about how humans and dolphins are, they each think that they are the most intelligent race on the planet. And humans think that they are the most intelligent race because they have industrialized, they have cities, they have technology. And dolphins think they're the most intelligent for the exact same reasons.
Yeah. So long and thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like that.
Yeah.
Always like that.
Bad news on the Rick and Morty front. They're still doing these split season things. So they're taking a 6-week break now, which leaves us about 5.5 weeks to go without Rick and Morty.
That seems pretty normal these days for a lot of things. Anime is doing the same thing where they'll
Yeah.
do 12 episodes instead of 26, and that's really a half season, but they're calling it a season.
Well, I hate it. and I feel like that should go away.
What the hell are you going to do with yourself for 6 weeks?
Well, I'll probably just rewatch Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Let's see. CBS. Oh, did you watch anything else?
Watched Andor and Rings of Power. There was a scene in this week's Andor that it chilled me to the bone, because so you've got he was portrayed as a villain in the first 3 because he's in pursuit of Cassian, and he's basically the security guard. It's not the Empire. He's like the mall cop of the Empire, security force for a planet that the Empire controls. And of course he gets fired because of course everything went bad at the first 3 episodes, and so he's back home at Coruscant, the big planet with the big city, and he's obviously from the slum area of Coruscant, the lower class.
Yeah.
And there is a moment where he's sitting in his boyhood room and he's looking out the window, and what you see the sun pass by between 2 buildings, and you realize that few moments of sunlight were all he ever had in a day. Because, at Coruscant's big skyscrapers, being on the lower rung, you get hardly any sunlight. And it was just such a powerful scene, but it was, and that's what Andor really has just some of these really just beautifully thought-provoking moments.
Yeah.
Something that I haven't seen in Star Wars ever.
Yeah.
And so it's really for people who like those kind of thought-provoking moments instead of just a bunch of pew-pew.
Yeah. More story, less action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it focuses on the story, not the action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the character interactions and so forth instead of the lasers and
Yeah, I know. The older I get, I appreciate more of character, development driven story. Like, I don't need so much action nonstop.
And Andor is definitely delivering in a lot of ways that I've never seen a Star Wars show do. So definitely am loving Andor.
Yeah, hopefully more will follow suit.
Yeah, I think so. Rings of Power is still pretty good. It has its season finale this Friday, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll have to we'll catch up on it. I've only seen the first 2 episodes still.
Well, it shows me that the more that they condense the storylines, because it started out with like 4 completely different storylines.
Yeah.
Now
They've been merging?
2 have merged.
Okay.
I think another one may merge soon. The other one, who knows? I don't even think they need that one, but we'll see.
Maybe they'll
see
all
how it
merge.
goes. Maybe.
In the finale.
Maybe.
And then it'll all come together, and you'll be like, oh, that's why that storyline was there.
And it's possible.
Yeah.
And which is why I keep watching it.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, it is beautiful.
Oh, it is a beautiful show. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's like Elden Ring. Play it for the visuals.
Yeah, that is definitely the biggest thing I got out of Elden Ring, just being part of the world.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Rings of Power is, even though George R.R. Martin, developed a lot of the story for Elden Ring, it's really just the ambiance of everything that really drew me in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd agree with you there. Did you watch anything else?
That's all the TV I watched.
All right, let's go on to the TV news.
Okay.
CBS has a comedy in the works with Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr., which I kind of like them as actors, so it'll be fun to see them in a father-son comedy.
In living color.
Yeah. Rick and Morty. Oh, I already said that. Back November 20th, if I didn't mention that earlier.
November 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blockbuster series is going to be hitting Netflix on November 3rd. We got a little teaser trailer for it, and it looks funny.
So it'd be interesting to see. I'm curious to see how your kids will take it because they have no concept.
Actually, yes, they have.
Oh, really?
We had family videos in Omaha that I used to take them to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
every Friday night I'd take them there. Like, we never needed to because of Netflix and stuff, but it was my dad did it for me.
Okay.
And we'd go and, like, every other Friday I'd go to his place.
Yeah,
And-
but I would imagine most parents with kids your age, they would have no clue.
Yeah, they probably don't, and it's sad because it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun for me. We'd go to Blockbuster, we'd go and pick up our pizza that we ordered, and it was just
You
good
would ditch
timing.
them while you went into the back room.
Oh no, no. those were more of the mom and pop video stores. I don't
I
think
know
that
that's what I always loved about those is the one curtained off room.
Did your Blockbusters have one?
Not the Blockbuster.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, just the mom and pop
Yeah.
places. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I never understood it. I think one time when I was like 12, I kind of opened the curtain and peeked and
Like,
just saw.
ooh.
I was just assaulted by breasts and penises.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Harley Quinn is getting a Valentine's Day special for the year, for next year, and that's the animated show
Okay, yeah.
on
yeah.
HBO. Justin Long has joined the cast of Goosebumps, Disney Plus series, and a few others, but I didn't write their names down. Good Omens season 2 will launch summer of 2023.
I loved the first one. It was always one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a book to read and you haven't read Good Omens, that's a definite recommendation there.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Did you watch the show?
Yeah.
Did you think it deserves a second season? Do you think it needs a second season?
Do I think it needs a second season? No.
Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go.
Yeah, because I mean, it pretty much wrapped up where the book wrapped up. So I don't know where I don't know where they're going to go either. They're going to have to make a bunch of stuff up, and of course, Terry Pratchett's dead.
Yeah.
But Neil Gaiman's still around, so as long as he's heavily involved,
Yeah.
it'll probably be okay. But I don't know.
We got Solar Opposites renewed for season 5, and Ryan Reynolds may be having a cameo in a future episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Oh,
in an episode titled "Mac Needs a Boyfriend."
okay.
So that will be very, very funny.
Oh, I'm
if that
sure.
happens.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that's all the TV news I got.
We got a couple of shows coming up on the 10th, which is a couple of days ago, actually, and I missed this one last week. Avenue 5, the space tourism comedy, is getting its second season.
I don't even think I've heard of that.
Obviously, a lot of people haven't,
Yeah.
but it's a sci-fi tourism comedy. So if that's something you enjoyed the first season of, season 2 started. Season 19 of I love watching this all the time, but I never watch it religiously, which is Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so always good stuff there. And apparently the WB really thought that the Cars franchise needed some competition.
Oh, for
And has
sake.
Are you ready? Are you ready for Batwheels? And
it's gonna be in the style of Cars?
Batwheels. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. The Batmobile and all the other. I don't know what Robin is. He's probably a moped or something. And yeah. Batwheels. Yep. Yep. Season 1 of that on the 17th.
I'm so
So
sad.
you're welcome. So you're
Yep.
welcome. And that's all the good shows possibly coming up this week.
I just want to bleach my eyeballs now. And my eardrums. I want to puncture my eardrums and bleach my eyeballs out.
I didn't need that, JD. No.
Let's move on to anime.
Anime.
All right, we are wrapping up the fall premieres.
Yes.
So in the fall premieres, I've watched a couple more, but we're gonna play the game again. I'm gonna give Nick a picture of one of the new anime shows, and he's gonna tell me what he thinks the plot is and whether or not he would watch it.
All right.
So there's your first one.
All right, let's see here. Okay, we got, looks like it's a high schoolish type anime. We got 2 girls, 2 dudes. Probably not, unless it's comedy-ish.
It is comedy.
Okay, it just seems more like something I'd watch with a wife, not something I'd watch on my own.
So this is more than a married couple, but not lovers. And So you know how back in high school you'd take like home ec or whatever, and you'd get like the eggs or the bag of flour, and you'd have
Oh,
to
yeah.
pretend like it's a kid.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We had to fill up like 2-liter bottles and decorate.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
I think for us it was a bag of flour. You got a
Really?
bag of flour, and that was the baby, and yeah, and other people I think do eggs and stuff. So
Yeah.
so anyway, but the Japanese decide to take things a little further. So
You have to really make a baby.
well, so so you're paired up with a person of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And you have to live with them and earn couple points.
Oh my god.
But it's a random drawing.
Yeah, we had to pair up too.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
Just like that.
Yeah, we didn't have to live with the other person.
Yeah,
I
so-
would have liked to live with the girl.
Well, and that's the premise. So the dude really wanted to pair up with this other girl, but didn't get paired up with her, got paired up with somebody else. And you know, so just a bunch of love triangle, biangles, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, going on. And so it's definitely a comedy. So so you got the high school part of that right, and a good show here.
Okay.
So how about this one?
All right. Hit me
we
with
got-
your
we got a
best
new one.
shot. Ooh, Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So Chainsaw Man is the most popular anime expectation for this year. I watched the first episode. I can say that it looks really good. It's shonen, very bloody. Not going to be on my top tier thing, but it's very popular.
It'll be on mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't like the way you just said, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because you have no taste. Yeah.
Oh. I demand satisfaction, sir. I'm going to take out my glove. And... All right. What is this one? Looks like... I don't even know. Maybe... Idol, like an idol show, maybe?
Yeah, pretty close. It's
Yeah.
Bocchi the Rock, which is, and this is one of those that I saw the genre, and I usually stay away from all the idol and band shows, but I really like the interplay with some of the characters.
Okay.
Basically about a female guitarist who is a big hit online, but she's completely mortified and scared of being on stage.
Oh, kind of like if we ever had to do a live show on our
Yeah,
podcast.
and how you'd be, just a big
sit-
puddle Nick.
Yeah, I'd be sitting in a puddle of my own pee-pee.
Yeah, so and yeah, she like plays on stage in a box in the first episode, so nobody can see her.
I think that's a good idea.
They would
Okay, if we
put
ever
Nick
have
in
to
the
do a live
box.
show, it's my
Yeah.
Nick in a box.
Yeah, so that's Bocchi the Rock. So it's definitely got some possibilities there. And the last one.
Oh, okay. This gives me Evangelion vibes,
Yep.
and I would definitely watch it because
Evangelion with basically more curves.
yeah.
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 And we're not talking about the mechs.
Oh, Nick likes.
Yeah, so basically that's the second season of
Can I keep this?
Move Love. Yeah. Yeah. You can keep that. Yeah. Other things, I didn't give you a picture, but this is the second season for Peter Grill.
Oh yeah.
And if you're into harem, pervy stuff, then Peter Grill's definitely something you'll want to check out, the second season for that.
I
And
wish it wasn't on High Dive.
it is on High Dive. Actually, 3 of my favorite this week were on High Dive.
Damn.
So Crunchyroll had Bocchi the Rock and Chainsaw Man, and High Dive had the Akiba Maid War, which Akiba Maid War I showed you the picture of last week, which was the maid, like the maid cafe with the gun and stuff. And so it's basically, your Godfather crossed with a maid cafe kind of, yeah. So it's a very kind of cool concept. And that's on High Dive. And so is another one called I've Somehow Gotten Stronger When I Improved My Farm-Related Skills.
Yeah, I remember you talking, or I remember looking at that one.
Yeah, and so that one's on High Dive as well, and that's looks to be a good one. As far as, and I plan on next week breaking down like my top rankings for the new shows, but I'll be getting into covering all the dubs that are finishing for the summer.
Okay.
So one of the dubs that I watched this week that is just now finishing is the Slime Diaries. So if you've ever watched the Isekai, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, then so that was an Isekai shonen heavy action kind of show. The Slime Diaries is kind of a sequel to that. same characters, but completely different tone. It is a slice of life, feel good show.
Yeah.
So completely different tone than Slime. I got reincarnated as a slime.
Okay.
And I think I enjoyed it more,
Yeah.
which is not normal. Normally the spinoffs I don't like as much. But this one I can say the kind of spinoff sequel, different tone, I actually liked more.
Oh, wow.
And that is all the anime that I've got.
All right, let's move on into video games.
Video
I don't
games.
know why I was doing the robot there.
Because video games doing the robot.
Oh, there
Makes
we go.
sense. Yeah.
So I've been messing around on the open beta of Torchlight. It just literally launched this morning.
I was going to talk about that. Yeah. Okay. So,
Okay. Well, I didn't really get too far into it.
Okay.
Because I just everybody preventing me from doing stuff.
he must have been playing a robot. He's got the robotic gestures and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, JD, why can't I do anything?
Go gather that loot. Gather that loot.
So okay, what were your impressions of it?
I haven't got to play it yet.
Oh God, yeah, I was. So I didn't read. I kept getting the pop up last night when it actually downloaded. I'm like, let's play, and it kept popping up something. And I was like, oh, I don't want to read all that junk.
Yeah.
And then I did it a couple times, and it just kept popping up. And then I was like, oh, it says the 18th, and or not the 18th, the 12th.
12th. Yeah, today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's out today, and there's another thing out today. But I'll get to that when I get to my list.
Okay.
What, have you played anything other than that?
No, I picked up Samurai Warriors 5 for $10 at GameStop. So we did. My youngest son has been helping us out so much that I told him I'd take him to GameStop.
Yeah.
And he went out and he was going to buy the Anime Legends bundle because they had the bundles on the shelves.
Oh.
They're not allowed to sell it for 3 more days. And I was like, well, why the F is it on the shelves? And it was the same guy that helped us at the
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why is it on the shelves? And
Just to tease you.
Yeah, and he was like, well, it was probably just a mistake. And I was like, okay, well, I can see that. And I was like, but you got one for Xbox too, and there might be one for the Switch. So I just let him know. No. And he took it off. But just be aware, you got to wait 3 more days.
Okay.
2 more days now, I think.
Yeah, I appreciated his help as well the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully he enjoys his
Yeah.
his
Well,
games.
I was supposed to. So he gave me, I don't know. I brought the Samurai. They didn't update the prices on it, so I brought Samurai's Warriors up, and it was $20, but it rang up as 10. So I mean, it worked out for me, not for my son, but it worked out for me.
Well, I played Valkyrie Elysium
Okay.
on the PS5. Before I talk about Valkyrie Elysium, I want to say that I've been really into the Xbox. I've been only going to my PlayStation 5 for when I get something I can't play on the Xbox.
Yeah.
But coming back to the PlayStation controller felt really good.
Really?
I really enjoy the craftsmanship of the PlayStation controller.
It is a durable monster.
I just like the feel of it and the responsiveness of some of the buttons and stuff. So I really enjoyed that part. Valkyrie Elysium, I really wish they'd stuck with the old style for Valkyrie Profile instead of...
That's the one that turned into the action RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the game itself, meh. If you like action RPGs, you'll probably like it, which I do, but I'm still going to give it a meh score. It's okay.
As far as they go, they're just not. This one just doesn't measure up to
Not
other
top
ones.
shelf.
Yeah.
Good, but not top shelf.
Okay.
I ended up playing a lot of Shadow Brides, a very, eshy, pervy mobile thing. I can play it while I'm on the treadmill, so I got into that. And the mobile games never last for me very long, but that one was on there. And a free game coming up with Epic Games this week is Toe Jam and Earl.
Ooh.
Yeah, back in the groove.
Hell yes.
Free game on Epic Games this week, so a little shout out for that.
Yeah, pick that up. Toe Jam and Earl was my jam.
Was your Toe Jam?
Yeah, it was my Toe Jam back in the day.
We know how you like your Toe Jam.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something special here. We're gonna talk about the games coming out for the next week and a half, whatever.
Okay.
And I pulled 11 out of the 30 or 40 that I
Would personally play.
found interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play all these, definitely, but I found interesting, worth talking about.
Okay.
And I'm going to give them I ranked them from lowest to highest. I'm
Yeah.
going to start with the lowest, and we'll see where you where you feel about these games, because it's not going to be the same as yours.
Okay.
So we'll see. Start off with number 11, The Last Hero of Nostalgia. And the reason that I put this one on here is because it is a comedy Souls-like.
Oh God, I've
I
never
know.
even heard of this.
Exactly. But a comedy Souls-like. I don't know that anybody's ever tried that before.
I want to try it. I'm going to try it now.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be on PC and Xbox.
Okay.
I would imagine that it's going to be on Game Pass at some point, if not on the 19th when it comes out.
Yeah.
So definitely worth a look at just to see what it's like.
Yeah, I'll have to check out the
Souls-like.
trailer. Oh yeah, a comedy Souls like it sounds like two things that shouldn't be mashed together, but if done correctly, it could work pretty good.
Gotta try it.
Yeah.
Gotta try it. Number 10, Them's Fightin' Herds.
He's just like a herder that fights another herder with a herd.
This was originally supposed to be a My Little Pony fighting game.
Oh my God.
and if I guess they lost the My Little Pony license and decided to make it onto their own thing. So for $40, you can get on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, you can get Them Fighting Herds and have your little My Little Pony fighting heart.
So I'm gonna pass on that one. That's a hard pass for me.
Yeah. There are definitely more interesting fighting games.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, if we was to have it for free, we'd probably sit down and have a good laugh out of it for about an hour or so.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
All right, number 9, Dragon Ball The Breakers.
Hell yes. I think me, Logan, and Drake are gonna pick that game up.
Yeah, $30, October 14th. It's a 1v7.
Yeah, they have oh God, the special edition comes with a little cell shell where he first hatches out of his
Yeah, so you're definitely the Dragon Ball fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So one I'm looking forward to a little bit more is Scorn. You know who?
Is that the H.R. Geiger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very creepy.
Yeah.
I am going to be so creeped out by this thing
I can't believe you're gonna play it.
for at least a little while. I'll try it out.
You told me that your heart couldn't take like Dead Space and stuff.
I probably not,
Yeah.
but I got to try some of these things out sometimes.
I know.
It's
dude,
October.
It does look beautiful. I've always been a fan of his art. Like
Yeah.
it's just so unique, and not a lot of people do it.
I think because it is such a homage to Geiger's
Yeah.
art is the real reason I'm drawn into it. Because
Yeah.
I really like my artists sometimes, and even though it's going to creep me out, Scorn is definitely one. $40 on Steam, free on Game Pass.
Oh hell
on
yeah!
on the 14th. So
Heck yeah!
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. 14th,
And I'll be
Scorn.
playing it on my Arc.
There you go. Oh
Hell
man, yeah. You might get all creeped out.
Oh, I might. Yeah.
Can't believe I actually want to play this one as much as I do. It's the Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope. It's the Mario XCOM.
Yeah, that looks like a blast.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
$60 is probably the only reason I might wait, is because of the price tag.
I don't think they just don't go down.
they don't.
No,
They
you'd
don't.
have to find a used copy, I think.
I think Best Buy has a gift card with it for $10, so I might go ahead and pick that up. Just get the gift card and play it on the Switch. That's where you'll get that one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6. Both of these come out today, 6 and 5. Undecember and Torchlight Infinite.
Yep.
And they're both essentially the same type of game, Diablo Immortal-ish.
And the other one's on December?
Undecember.
Undecember.
Now, Undecember is more like Diablo Immortal in the style.
Okay.
Kind of a little more gritty and dark, where Torchlight's a little more neon and...
More World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but both the same kind of game, and they both come out today.
Yeah.
So I'll be checking both of those out. Number 4, which is probably your number 1, Gotham Knights.
I wouldn't say it's my number 1. It's going to be high up there just because I get to play it with friends.
Yeah.
Which we need an answer, Dylan. Are you gonna?
Yeah, Dylan. We're calling you out, man.
Yeah, man. Text me once in a while. Are you getting it?
So hopefully Dylan will be playing the Gotham Knights with us, and that'd be a lot of fun. That's coming out on the 21st. Most expensive game on the list at $70, but
I think it'll be worth it. It does look very pretty.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And from what I've seen or played with the other games, I like the battle. I like the combat in it.
I like the story because all the Arkham games I thought had a really good story to it. And they paced, well, unless you're going around trying to find all of the Riddler clues or whatever, they paced the story out very well in the sense that you get enough story in small sections to where you stay engaged.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get too distracted by all the other stuff to do. So I'm definitely going to be playing that. You're playing it, so we'll have some good time with that.
Heck yeah.
My number 3 is A Plague Tale Requiem. Requiem.
That looks pretty.
The first one, Innocence, was beautiful. It is a great stealth action game.
Yeah.
And I thought the first one was just amazing. This one's amazing. $60 on the PlayStation, free on Game Pass.
Sorry. Didn't mean to kick your box.
So yeah, you
you
choose. Free on Game Pass, $60 on PlayStation. I'm not sure what the Switch price is. It might be 60 on the Switch as well.
Yeah, probably.
And then PC. So, which I guess if you got Game Pass PC, it's probably on that too. So, my number 2 is the Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. That's the one Borderlands game I ain't never played. So.
Oh, you didn't play the Tales?
Uh-uh.
See, I actually kind of like the Tales series better than the actual Borderlands.
Does it even play the same?
Not really. No. No. But I'd like a lot of those Tales games.
Yeah.
So for me, that's one I'll probably be picking up.
I'm trying to think of what Tales games I've actually played. I think I played the first act of Walking Dead.
Both seasons of The Walking Dead hit Game Pass, so you should be able to pick those up and check them out.
Okay.
And I know the Tales Arkham Knights is on Game Pass as well.
I didn't even know that was a thing either.
That's a thing.
Oh, wow. What's your number 1?
My number 1, you might have to slap me because it's Marvel Snap.
What is Marvel?
It's that card mobile game that's coming out.
Well, I'm not gonna. I didn't know that was coming out so soon.
Yeah,
no,
the 18th on PC and mobile, you've got Marvel Snap, which is a card mobile game.
If it gets too pay to win, then I'll slap
Well,
it.
yeah. And to me, it looks really fun. Unlike how
it does. Yeah.
So I gotta have my Magic.
Yeah.
Gotta have my Galactus. And put those in there.
Hell yeah.
Get some Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's really all about the IP. So I'm very interested in trying that one out on the 18th.
I'm on like okay. Well, this is unrelated.
Yeah.
Maybe if I remember, I'll talk about it later. Do they have Sentry in there? Because I've been reading a lot about him.
Sentry is really cool.
Yeah, he is kind of cool.
He's definitely not popular in the Marvel universe, but if you know your Marvel enough, imagine if Superman had mental issues.
Yeah. Dear God.
Where when Superman goes dark and you kind of worry about whether or not he's going to destroy the earth kind of thing. Sentry's like that. He's a good guy and wants to do good, but he's got the void, which is kind of like in the back of his mind, which gives him powers and stuff. And you don't know if the void's ever going to take over and just like ruin everybody's day. And so I really like the Sentry. Yeah,
so now what I've gathered, tell me if I'm wrong, and I know this is going a little off, but we're making good time.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man, when Doctor Strange casts a spell to make everybody forget it, Spider-Man, is that not the same thing that happened to the Sentry a few times with Reed Richards and Doctor Strange doing the same?
I'm almost certain, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So the whole world just forgets he exists, but they still need him, and he comes back to help.
Yeah, because he's like the Superman. When you need like the overpowered Marvel character, but you're willing to take the risk, you call Sentry.
Yeah. So he was a meth addict that broke into a doctor's lab and drank the golden Sentry serum, which is like a way more higher powered super soldier serum. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's literally what he is. He's the crazy version of Superman. So, do you want him on your team? You're taking rolling the dice there.
You better hope.
Yeah,
you
rolling
better hope
the dice.
The void don't leak out.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, sorry.
So that's all the upcoming video games. Video game news, which I thought was interesting, is Square Enix Montreal is transitioning into Studio Onoma.
Okay.
So I'm excited that they're rebranding, and I look forward to what's going to be coming out of there.
Okay.
So we're probably going to get some Hitman, some Tomb Raider, those kind
Legacy
of
of Kain.
things. Deus Ex.
No, Crystal Dynamics.
Crystal
got
Dynamics
Legacy
is
of Kain,
Legacy of Kain. So this is Square Enix Montreal, formerly Square Enix Montreal.
Didn't they sell the rights to Tomb Raider? Didn't
Yeah.
Square?
Yeah, they sold it to Embracer Group,
Okay.
and that was the studio.
Okay.
So Embracer Group now, but they own Crystal Dynamics too. Crystal Dynamics, I believe, is under Embracer Group.
Okay.
Groups within groups. I know, studios within
This
studios.
is so complicated.
Yeah.
I got. You got any more news? I got a few.
That is all for video games.
All right. I got Sonic the Hedgehog crossover with Monster Hunter is inbound.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Is that going to be part of Frontiers or something else?
I think it's going to be a part of Rise.
Okay.
For some reason, I did not write it down, but it looked like Rise to me. Elle Fanning has been posing on the set of a new game being made by Hideo Kojima or Hideo
yeah.
Kojima.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those.
We'll ask him the next time we see him.
Yeah. There is also a leak that Fortnite is, and I did the air quote. Yeah. That Fortnite is doing a crossover with Doctor Who, and it's an early development. We should see it within the next couple months. But take that with a grain of salt because a lot of Fortnite rumors and leaks and even data miners that they've, the data that they find in these patches have been either just left in there accidentally or
could just be
disproven.
in the thought stage.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right, that is all the news I got. So let's move on to other.
Other geekly things.
I do want to mention the fact that Unfinity did hit Magic the Gathering, which is one of those. It's one of their silly products.
I know you've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's a Space Carnival.
Okay.
And yeah, there are stickers you put on other cards and cards with blank names, and they're
So you ruin your cards by putting stickers on them?
yeah. Magic, it's one of their gimmick sets.
Wow.
And but for me, they're a lot of fun because I prefer just the homebrew table stuff.
Well,
anyway.
yeah, I've never seen anything like that before. So they just give you a bunch of cards and then a bunch of stickers and be like, hey.
Well, the cards have mechanics that'll say place a sticker on this part of the card and it'll gain that power or whatever. And And so it's very kind of weird in the sense that, and it's got physical action cards. It's got a card where you do kind of like the football toss with it. It's called Devil Knievel instead of Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
And so you line up everybody's monsters and you put the card on the edge of the table and you flick it.
Oh my
and
God.
if it jumps the number of monsters, then it gets a +1 counter for each monster that it jumped.
That sounds like it would be a fun drinking game.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I'm excited because it means they're doing stuff. This is one of those sets they do purely for the players because none of the cards are legal in tournaments and things. So
Yeah, fun.
and there's like spelling challenges. There's like a spelling bee where you play it and your opponent takes the top card off your deck and chooses a word, and if you spell that word correctly, you get like a bonus.
Oh God.
And
Wow.
yeah, so
That sounds good.
so it's a lot of wackiness in that, and I appreciate wacky.
You got anything else?
I got some comic news. I read the first Strange storyline. So this takes place after Doctor Strange, the death of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And so Clea is Sorcerer Supreme, and it was a pretty cool run. Normally every week I look at the new releases for comics and pick one to buy. There wasn't anything I was interested in, so I just bought another X-Men #1 omnibus so I could have two and probably eventually sell one or both or however I do things. But yeah, you can still get the first X-Men omnibus for relatively cheap right now, so
Yeah.
I picked up another one.
Maybe I need to grab it.
Yeah, the omnibuses traditionally fluctuate between 50, which is like half retail,
Yeah.
until they go out of print, and then they'll go up to 200.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've noticed that with a few of the ones that I wanted to pick up. I wanted to get Age of Apocalypse one, and it was, I think they wanted about $300 for it.
yeah, and they all these come back and reprint
Yeah.
eventually. When it comes back in reprint, you'll be able to find it for half retail until it goes out of print again. Then it'll go back up.
Yeah. Let's see here. I've got Angela Lansbury has passed away at 96.
Yeah,
And
led a good life, I think. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Celebrate.
I'm gonna miss her because my mom was obsessed with Beauty and Beast, and so I mean, she even watched the live concert somehow, or not live, but the concert of them on TV. Her singing.
I always choose to celebrate somebody who passes away with such a good career, though, and at that age,
Oh yeah,
lived a
yeah.
good life.
Yeah. And one thing I thought was really interesting is gonna definitely hit my bookshelf. A bunch of Japanese artists are taking on the Marvel Universe. And it is going to be a collab art book, I assume.
Yeah.
It's called Marvel Comics, a manga tribute, and it's going to be released summer of next year. So if you like that stuff, it's going to have like the artists from One Punch Man,
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, and I didn't write their names down, not out of disrespect, just because I didn't want to butcher them and spend about 10 minutes trying to pronounce them.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
very
want to
good.
thank Sana. What, Tanaka? Is that what the name is? She was the last artist that I enjoyed the Miss Marvel comic covers, and I really enjoyed those. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some of the artists there too.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And that is One Punch Man. Did I say that? And Gurren Lagann? Yeah, I think I did. Are you ready to move on to rumors?
The rumor mill.
Rumors. Oh yeah, we play the rumor game. So Nick hit me with a rumor. We'll discuss one, how likely we think it is, because we take all these with a grain of salt, and then we'll give it a score about how much we want it to happen.
All right. So the rumor is, at the post-credit scene of Black Panther 2, we are going to get a look at a very overpowered Doctor Doom. And they say that, like, people are picking it apart because, like, they're just watching this trailer. They're saying, like, metal. I don't know, because I'm not the type of person that will watch a trailer and pick it apart. But even the metal, and the like the logo of the title. So.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I think this rumor is surfacing is because Doctor Doom is a necessary part of Secret Wars. And in both the original Secret Wars and the second Secret Wars, he was the overpowered character. In the first one, he literally stole the powers from God. In the second one, he became essentially the controller of reality and created his own kind of reality playground. He almost flipped roles with the god that he stole the powers from, the Beyonder, in the first one, in a sense. So I can see where the rumors are coming from. Do I think he will make an appearance before Fantastic Four is why I'm skeptical. Because Fantastic Four doesn't hit until later.
They did give us Thanos in that first Avenger movie.
Yeah.
In the post-credits.
Yeah. And I know that Fantastic Four is not going to be an origin. So maybe. I'm going to say I am skeptical at a 4.
Okay. I am going to say... Now, part of me is torn. Part of me wants to give this a 2 because all the rumors that have been wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Part of me wants to give this an 8 because I was never a big fan of Doctor Doom. I didn't know much about him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of grown on me. And I know this is dumb, and I sound like one of the kids that talk about, Rick from Fortnite. I started getting into him more when I saw how cool he looked and just the powers and stuff that came with Fortnite. So, but the first Fantastic Four movies had ruined him for me.
Oh well, yeah. They did a poor job of representing Doctor Doom in that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm getting into him now. I want to see it. So personally, I'm gonna give it a 2 for how likely it's gonna be because I feel like all these rumors are gonna have been wrong. I feel like this one might be wrong too.
I'm still there with you on that. I definitely think it's wrong, but
do I want to see it?
I think there might be a grain of truth to it.
Yeah. Do I want to see it? 10. I feel like. I want to not know where this is going, or I want them to. They had one. Thanos. He was the main bad guy. Give us Kane. Give us Doctor Doom. Give these heroes a bunch. Make them split up. That's better for movies.
See, now the only reason I don't want it to happen is because I want there to be a solo Doctor Doom movie in Phase 6.
And that's been rumored too.
That's what I would rather have
Yeah.
than just a end credit scene. Because I mean, in credit scene, you're going to be like, who is this bastard? You know.
Well, he's pretty iconic. I think anybody
Oh
would
yeah,
recognize him.
yeah, anybody into comics might know him by seeing him, and certainly after the news hits the internet and all that. But I want him to see his own movie. I want to see him get frustrated, turn to the dark arts, turn evil.
Wouldn't he be the first villain that gets his own solo movie?
I'd love it. That'd be great.
Has there been? There hasn't been any other.
No.
No.
Doom would make a great solo feature too.
Oh, Morbius got his own, and you saw
Oh,
how
yeah.
good that did.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Doom would be much better than Morbius.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't want him to be a cameo appearance to start him off. I want him to have his own thing. But I'd be okay with it. I give the do. I want it to happen.
What if they give the teaser in, then he gets his own movie?
I'd like that, but I'm thinking first appearance cameo 6. I give it 6.
All right. Well, should we wrap it?
Yeah, this has been OGGR.
Yeah, Old Guys Geekly Review episode 15.
Be good to each other.
Yes.
Yeah, Doom is always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, I kind
This is
of
OGGR.
really understood. I did pick up that Hickman Secret Wars.
It's all over